Hi, hey, hello. How many miles did you scroll with your fingers to arrive here? This is a documentation of the entire process of taking a tree, yes, a literal tree, and then converting it into some big deck energy. Allow me to recap, as it all began when I wanted to enjoy my stroopwafel in peace and play some ukulele at sunset. But when I went to sit down... I stepped on a protruding screw. Not to be discouraged, though. I immediately decided to remedy this by taking apart the old deck, whose undercarriage happened to look like... what the... Yeah, it's not good. So, firing up the chainsaw that sounds like a dirt bike, and then processing this at the mill, it's time to create some linear board feet lengths. Then I hauled the wood to one of the most sacred places to me, as I try to follow in the footsteps of my grandfather. He recently passed, so it's been incredibly bittersweet using his tools that I learned to do most of these things on, and just trying to honor his legacy in the ways that I can. So in order not to get too sentimental on this voiceover, because most people cannot cry and talk coherently at the same time, I will throw in some crude humor and say that the boards were planed to feel smoother than the brains of the people that believe the earth is flat. And then we stained and sealed them to amplify the beauty that is the white oak. I mean, look at these boards. Look at the boards. That's some fine looking wood right there. Being white oak, it is hard, really hard. Hard to work with. Hard to look at, I should censor this. But anyways, let's get back to the task at hand here. It was crucial to reset the header and the posts that were bashed in from the ice that blew it in. And speaking of blowjobs, the wind also blew in this deck, which sat here for weeks while I worked on framing this up and laying down some wood. And then it was finally picked up by a person that chose to remain anonymous on the internet. That's understandable. Anyways, we continued to work the way along, pre-drilling and screwing, laying wood upon wood, and cutting some 45s until a group of orphan wood ducks were found on the side of the highway. Update, they're doing really great. And now I enjoy the company of 22 chickens, 1 deaf layer rooster, 4 cats, 1 German shepherd, 2 raccoons, and 3 baby wood ducks. But I have to finish up a couple things on this dock. I mean, I could either play a time lapse like this, so some elevator music showing me working from sunup to sundown, or we could get fancy with it. So I'm gonna make some music that you can Febreze your underwear to, and a whole montage of the process. And here's what the deck is looking like. As we look down the line, you can see the layout. All the lumber was made in 4 and 6 foot lengths and alternating sides to create a zipper type pattern with evenly placed seams. And there's some very slight variations to the thickness planing to give this a rustic handmade look. Because, well, I made it by hand. And the technology of the tools today can make something look too much like factory, so you have to put in extra effort to make something look like it has less effort. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah. Well, anyways, look at the grain. Look at this grain. Look at the wood. ducks have been hanging out with me the entire time. And look at these bobbing buoys. Look at these ducks with their beaks tucked in tight. God, I love it. How nice. I feel like I'm either Dr. Dolittle or Nigel Thornberry. I had a bit extra pieces to be able to clad the header down here as well to give it a real clean look. Still gonna move these rocks. I really am grateful to have been able to have the opportunity to do this in the same exact fashion that my grandfather would have. And I know that he would have loved to see this. So, but hey, you guys get to see this, so I love and appreciate you guys for supporting this and tuning in and seeing what we're doing. Don't really know what else to do. This just seems right. So I've been patiently watching a largemouth bass that's been circling this mooring and leaping out. And I figured I should probably roll the camera here and catch the action so that you didn't think this was just a fish story. There's some wakies coming back. Oh! Ha! We just got to witness bigmouth billy bass jumping over the line to get to a dragonfly that was eating a mosquito. What in the food chain is going on here? Weird fishes, man. Weird fishes.